Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, it gives us great pleasure to be a part of this great success. This success is an extension of our success, and our commitment is actually to build up on that success. Great words we just heard from the President, great words we just heard from Her Excellencies, and definitely we are all in for that. The younger generation, the future of Ethiopia, as well as the whole world, as a matter of fact, depends on this younger generation who are actually depending on these technologies and building more and more into their future. So thank you very much for having us a part of this, and we really appreciate that. So allow me to take you through some of the cybersecurity aspects that we are interested in building. And it is very, very important for us to actually work together in many of those aspects. The partnership that Mr. President mentioned is very important to us all. And that's what we are actually building on. And that's what we are actually focusing on achieving, as a matter of fact. Maybe this slide doesn't look fine. On the side, it looks fine. So the idea here is to build up on that relationship. Our cities will be moving towards smart cities. Our nations will be going towards that smart nations. Our leaders are pushing toward leveraging these nations, not only in UAE, as the vision of UAE is an extension of the vision of Ethiopia, and many of the world leaders who are actually really aligned in those vision. Technology will power cities, and these are the smart cities we have. And many of those smart cities are really depend on securing them. This is a snapshot of some of the attacks we see on those smart cities. It is very important to realize that last year, 2024, the cost of cybercrime, the cost of cyber terrorism, the cost of cyber warfare really cost us more than $10 trillion. And we are investing even more and more in order to secure these aspects. Now, it's very important to secure that digital transformation, secure it by people, secure it by technologies, secure it by governance and policies and procedures and legislations that we all need to really work hard in achieving. We always focus on those three aspects of attacks. There is the cyber crimes that we all know about. Deep fake today have really caused great misinformation, disinformation, fraud, scams, and many of those things. And this is why technology needs to be safe. Cyber terrorism, the radicalization, the sending of bad messages, the taking down of critical infrastructures is as well continuously could be invaded if we did not protect those infrastructure. And the cyber warfare, because we live in a world that is geopolitically changing. Conflicts are around us. It's very important to leverage and secure our infrastructure so that it does not be used by others to conduct attacks into different aspects. And that's what we are, as a matter of fact, seeing. And what added great value in this is AI. AI today is used by attackers. AI today is used by defenders. And we need to use that AI more and more, and that's exactly what we are doing with the great institutes for AIs here, with the great academia that actually bring a great added value to develop and to add into that stability, national security, sovereignties. And this is where definitely it's very, very important to leverage these AIs for the good of it. We've seen many of this AI is used for attack. We've seen many of these AI used for defend. And there are agentic AI. I'm sure once you go into the exhibitions, you will see and you will hear this word of having AI agents. Agents that does the work for you, that augment our work to fulfill many of those missions that we are at. We need to have and build those agents in a good way. And we've heard of those AI and responsible AI and AI for good, and that's what we are actually working on. What comes in the future is quantum as well, and this will add into this complexity. And this is why this quantum needs to be as well governed, adhered, focused on many of the things that you're already working on. And I'm sure it could be used for even achieving our goal, our economical aspects, sustainability aspects, and that's what we are actually working on. Many of those goals and many of those things that we've seen, as a matter of fact, with technologies, be it in the meta, be it in the metaverse, be it in the virtual realities, will continue to stay with us. And this is why we need to secure ourselves. We need to secure this generation. We need to spread the culture of cybersecurity, and that's what we always call it. It is a culture that is a hygiene, a DNA to us all. In UAE, for example, we focus on 5 main pillars in building any of those cybersecurity aspects. One of them is the governance, policies, procedures. The second is building the capacity, building the technology, upskilling, reskilling many of our technical aspects so that we are ready for that future. The third pillar of that national security strategy is innovation. And with this great young generation, the innovation is unlimited. And that's what we've seen with all of the startups, with all of the things that we've seen, that using technology to innovate and help humanity, that's our goal. And this is many of the things that we are actually combined in doing with the great partnership that we have. There is as well the partnership. Mr. President mentioned and emphasized in the first point the importance of partnership. We cannot achieve any of this without that partnership. We cannot defend in the cybersecurity, as a matter of fact, without that partnership. Partnership, since those attacks crosses border. Those attacks happens in one data center that is located across the oceans and another data center in different place. And this is what we are actually always building up, enhancing this partnership, building those policies and procedures, and generating it to everybody in this regard. It's very important as well that to have a KPI, and that's what we call it, our National Information Assurance Platform, that checks the compliance of many of our entities, that checks how we are doing, as a matter of fact, across many of these entities, and these are AI powered. Continuing into that as well, and building many of cyber training, cyber drills, what we call it, as a matter of fact, the cyber pulse. It is a culture, it is a pulse in our blood that we need always to keep. And that cyber drill will teach us, in the case of emergencies, how to respond to those attacks. And this is what we are conducting always with our team, with everybody in that regard. So in short, and in conclusion, our message is very simple and clear. In the cybersecurity domain, with all of the technologies happening across us, we need to emphasize in cybersecurity culture. We need to bring our community with us. We need to partner. We need to enhance this partnership and work together in order to build that economy. Our economy depends on us. Our economy depends on every single one of you who are actually really using this technology. Again, we are honored to be with you here, and thank you very much for having us a part of this success. And we really hope these 2 days, inshallah, will be beneficial to everybody here. Thank you very much, and great to be here. Thank you.